4, 3.
What's going on, friends? It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Welcome to another episode of Well That Effing Figures. Tonight, Toy Bills couldn't be with us. Last-minute scheduling conflict. But as always, we have a plan. We always have something in our back pocket. And not that this guy is a backup plan by any stretch of the imagination, because he's not. And without further ado, let's welcome our mystery guest. I know you're all seething. I know you can't wait to see who it is. So let's bring in our guest. Seth freaking Bayer is with us tonight for the trifecta. Welcome to the show, brother, and thank you on such short notice for being with us, man.
Absolutely. I hope the people in the chat start singing my praise.
Yeah, damn right. What's up, brother? How you been, man?
Good, man. I'm good.
Not been too long, but I'm sure with the amount of videos you've been putting out, man, things are looking good, huh?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm in my lane and I'm in my rhythm, and I'm just, I've got my, like we were talking before, I got, what I do now down to a science. So it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I can't honestly complain. Things are great. The channel's progressing at a good rate. I do catch a lot of flack from people because, obviously my my channel is monetized, but I'm not monetizing my videos.
Okay.
Because
we talked about that last time with the music that you opened.
Yeah. And it's fine. I mean, they just, they're like, hey, you can use the music. You just can't make any money off your videos. And that's fine. I have no expectations or no qualms about making money off my videos, because I feel and this is just speaking for myself, I can't speak for other content creators. When money gets involved and things just become more complicated, so it's just easier to have fun. I can let my creativity flow, and I don't have to worry about, oh, well, I can't be in this store. And especially like we all know, because we go to Walmart and some of those Walmarts blast the music. And I used to worry about that all the time. And now I just walk in, I don't give a shit. I just go in and do my thing. I'm in and out. So.
Yeah, it sucks trying to cover up that damn music.
It does.
It is. It's a pain in the ass.
People are like, "Oh, your music's too loud." Well, it's got to be loud. So,
yeah.
I mean, you can only do so much with blocking out, freaking Walmart blasting Justin Bieber in the background.
Yeah,
right.
I know Big Dub is good at like stopping the video and then continuing it in a few minutes later. But
and again, if you know the way the YouTube algorithm works, you've got they give you like a 5-second leeway, right, before it hit, it demonetizes you. So if you can talk, record, and get all that stuff done within 5 seconds and then cut it and then start over again, then you're good. That's why Dubby does stuff like that.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
No loop.
I just let it go, and then I get that warning. But I'm not nowhere near monetized anyway, and that's not a big deal. But I'm not really worried about it yet. I'll get closer to 1,000 with a lot more watch hours, then I may start looking at it a little differently. But right now, I don't give a shit.
It's just about having fun.
Yeah. So you're still looking for the Keaton Batman. So T3 says he won't find that anymore.
I don't want to. I don't want to spill the beans, but I'm okay. I'm okay with it. So I was able to secure one with the help of Diamond Dave.
Oh, really?
Nice. With the when it went up on Amazon with the Batmobile. So it was funny because Dave sent me the link, and I clicked on the link, and then the minute I clicked on the link, it was like, shit, it's sold out. So then I'm like, you fucking sent me the link, Dave, and it's not working. He's like, I'm sorry, man. He goes, don't worry about it. He goes, I bought 2 of them. He goes, I'll give you one of them.
Oh, you got lucky. I got right through. I was good on that one. I don't know. I was smooth sailing, just right through.
Yeah.
I ordered that Man Bat today too. right? Same. I had that thing ordered within 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's not even sold out anyways, but
I ordered that vintage collection Jabba the Hutt, and I wasn't going to, but then I was talking to Tony, Star Wars Sith, and he kind of talked some sense into me. He's like, you don't have to pay for it. You can cancel any time, and it's an exclusive. So I'm like, yeah, you're fucking right. Let me get it. So, yeah, he's like,
well, there was a lot of
man.
Well, there was a lot of stuff going on with Walmart today. I don't know if you guys caught any of that stuff.
Yeah,
they had their little collector's con thing going on, and people were placing orders, and then they were getting like emails like 2 minutes later that the prices of everything was like zeroed out.
Yeah, I was reading that. I was like, what the hell is going on with that garbage?
Well, I went on at 10 o'clock because I wanted to pre-order the Ultimate Rob Van Dam and Brock Lesnar. Mm-hmm. So I went in there, I pre-ordered both of them, and click submit on the payment and whatnot. Then 2 seconds later, I got the email saying that the order's confirmed, and then 2 seconds later, I get another email saying, "Oh, your cart's been your order's been updated," and then both things got zeroed out, and I'm like, "What the fuck just happened?" I'm like, my shit better not got have canceled or whatever. So, but yeah, I get some what is it? I think. Toy Shiz or Fig Vault posted at some point like, hey, don't freak out about it. They're just having with the they're just having issues right now with their website, but that doesn't mean your order's been canceled. So I was like, all right, whatever.
Till tomorrow morning when you wake up and you got an email saying your order's been canceled.
Listen, if the order
you're
got
still
canceled,
being charged.
Listen, if the order got canceled, you guys know how to roll. I'll just have to hit every freaking Walmart from here to Timbuktu and try to find it. I got lucky. I got lucky on the last video with the Ray and the Eddie. So
the only thing I was going to order from Walmart was I was going to order those Playmate movie turtles, but then I just ordered them from Entertainment Earth because I get them for free shipping and I added some other shit, so whatever.
Yeah.
And then I thought about getting those Playmate Mutant Mayhem ones that come in the stupid special box with the. But I was like, I just could not justify $29.99 a piece for a $10 figure.
Man, listen, the way inflation is going right now is just absolutely absurd, and these companies are taking full advantage of it because they know we want the product. So, and they know there are people out there that listen. There are people out there that are going to be like, well, fuck it, I ain't paying for this shit. And then you're going to have people that are going to be like, oh, well, I have to pay this because I'm a completist, and if I don't get it, I'm going to lose my mind. So it's like, they got you by the balls either way.
Yeah, I wasn't letting them get me. I was like, screw you guys.
Yeah, I didn't even get
without the cell shading for $9.99. Fucking crazy. There was a lot of stuff though that's been dropping. I don't remember.
Well, it's San Diego. Well, this week is San Diego Comic-Con. That's why everything's true. That's why everything's dropping. It's that time of the year where they release all their new stuff. So
I feel like these companies went like crazy on the Comic-Con exclusives this year though. Like
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
Mondo
so.
had like 4 different fucking figures. Just I don't know. It was crazy. I don't know.
But think about all the shipping delays and things that have happened over the past couple of years. So they're just probably just trying to make up for for lost time and product that they couldn't get out for other conventions and
at least trying to get back to
like that. Yeah,
to get back
I like it.
We forget was normal.
A bunch of options.
Yeah,
right.
We probably forget what normal is now after all this time. We don't know what it is.
I'm like, I'm dying to start seeing some of the figure reveals for this year.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what's coming out. I mean, obviously I'm sure they'll announce some new stuff. What is it? Like Mattel just dropped a whole bunch of new wrestling stuff today between Target and their own stuff. And, listen, the only thing I give a shit about right now is come Friday at noon that I'm on Mattel's Creations website and I'm able to get that Muhammad Ali Ultimate 2-pack.
I'm going for that. Spielberg set where he comes with the dinosaur. He looks like Jurassic Park. I'm trying to get that, dude. I got to. I thought about that Muhammad set though.
It's rough because I got shafted last year with the no holds barred 2-pack. It's like I had it in my cart. I was checking out, and then as I was checking out, oh sorry, your cart's been updated, sold out.
Yeah. Yeah, you
I hate
can't
that.
play with those. You gotta be on it, you know.
Yeah.
Listen, I literally have no luck when it comes to con exclusives. I even tried to have a backup plan in case things go sideways again this year. George is actually at San Diego Comic-Con.
I saw
So
that, yeah.
I asked George, I was like, listen, dude, I was like, I know you're busy, but if there's some chance you could just swing by the Mattel booth and just pick me up this fucking 2-pack, please, for the love of God. I would be indebted to you forever. Maybe I'll come back to MCE at that point. But
Let's make a deal.
yeah, right. Yeah, you get me that San Diego Comic-Con. I'll put out 3 videos. I'll put out 3 videos for you on the old channel. But yeah, no, it's like I need that. Because again, I'm a completionist when it comes to the Ultimate Edition. So it's like I hate having to pay secondary pricing for stuff.
Oh yeah, no.
I hate it. It's enough that the 2-pack already is already $70. I don't feel like paying $140 for it,
No. Yeah, people gotta start keep holding strong and not doing that, because if people would stop buying from them people, those fuckers couldn't exist.
Right.
They can only exist with us buying from them. So
Did
you see the new wrestling superstars? I don't know if you collect them or not, but the Captain Lou. Did you see that one?
Oh yeah, that looked good. That looked good.
It does look great.
The Vader look great.
Yeah,
but that Captain Lou hits you right in the feels, know.
Yeah, the Captain Lou has like the same T-shirt that he had on the LJN figure from 1984. Nice. It's like the same T-shirt that he had on, which like draws me to it for that one. I need that one. The Vader's cool. I would probably pick that one up too, because I do like that line. But that Captain Lou with that T-shirt, man, it hits me like a memory. Like I got the LJN over here, and it's the same exact T-shirt he has on.
That's the problem with stuff like that. It's like, are they cool figures? Yeah, but do I need them?
Probably don't need it, but that Captain Lou, man, that's just I don't know, man. That's without Captain Lou and Cyndi Lauper back in the day, you wouldn't have had that rock and roll wrestling connection back in the day. That it's like
absolutely,
it was vital.
And going back to the video that I did where I was talking about the Muhammad Ali and the options that the Muhammad Ali kind of opens up for Mattel Creations to do more obscure stuff. Like they did the No Holds Barred VHS 2-pack. Who's to say that like they can't do a Suburban Commando 2-pack, and have Hulk Hogan in the Suburban Commando, and then you've got also the Undertaker was in that movie as a bounty hunter, so you have a 2-pack of that, and like you just suggested, you could do a 2-pack of Captain Lou and Cyndi Lauper.
How about Thunder Lips and Thunder Lips and Sylvester Stallone?
They got to get that
would be cool as shit. That would be a must-have.
Absolutely, but that's where you run into issues because of the licensing. So it depends on cool. Is Mattel able to get the license for Rocky?
Right.
And I've actually learned a lot about licensing this week. Especially because if you guys know, they canceled the Ultimate Edition Macho Man that was supposed to come out with Randy Orton. So WWE does not own the rights for Macho Man.
Oh wow.
So Mattel lost the license to whoever controls the rights for Macho Man, and that's why the figure got canceled. And then on top of that, Hulk Hogan, WWE doesn't own Hulk Hogan's license. Hulk Hogan owns his own license. So, he can, he can easily do whatever he wants, which is crazy when you think about it.
It's true though, because if you remember back, WWF was always into, like, when Kerry Von Erich came, they never called him the Texas Tornado Kerry Von Erich. They called him the Texas Tornado. That way they owned that.
Right.
And that when they did the Honky Tonk Man, they owned that. When they did, like, for example, things like Vader, they couldn't invite the Big Van Vader. They never really called him Big Van Vader in there. They always called him Vader. Yeah.
Right.
So they always knew exactly what to do. So before the Macho Man came to the WWF, he was already the Macho Man Randy Savage. So they could, unless they just shortened it to the Macho Man and that's it.
Yeah.
Then they would have owned the shit, but they never did that. So I'm glad Vince couldn't control the whole thing anyway. He only had most of it.
Vince doesn't have the whole pie. He just got a sliver.
He has like 10 out of 12 slices, but he doesn't have the whole pie, right?
Listen, there are very few people within that have been in WWE or are still with them that they actually have worked into their deals that they own their own rights.
Cody
like
Rhodes.
Vince McMahon gave The Rock his own his name and stuff like that. Can you think about all the money that Vince McMahon is missing out on now because he gave The Rock his rights?
Yeah, and another one is Cody Rhodes. I mean, he got to keep everything, his music and everything. He owns all that. He still talks about the Nightmare Factory. Back in the day, he would have been shortened to the American Nightmare, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that would have been his thing. But
that would have been lame.
He knows what he's doing, dude. I mean, you can't knock it. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's just like really screwing up like the storylines right now. He needs to get the hell out.
Don't get me started. Don't open up that can of worms.
Oh, I love opening up that can of worms. I haven't even watched a whole lot of wrestling since I got rid of cable.
Before you guys open up that can of worms, we gotta say what's up to the chat because we're slacking on them. I saw Mega Demon is here. What's up, buddy? J2SO, what's going on?
What's up,
I think I saw Spice Runners Lounge here. Good to see you.
Yeah, Evan's here. Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been slacking on Spice Runners on Fridays. I fell asleep last Friday.
I sometimes I do, not because of the show, obviously, but because like I get up so friggin' early on a Friday morning that by the time 10 o'clock hits, but then I wake up right in time for the giveaway, and I'm like, shit, here we go again. Can I win again? So it's like, but it's a great show. J Philly Retro Toys is here. JB Toy Trunk. He said he's riding dirty, riding shotgun right now.
Oh, riding dirty.
Yeah, man.
T3 Collects, what's going on?
T3, what's up, man?
I thought I saw.
So, I know I saw him, but where is he at now? LeBron, I know I saw him in here.
Oh, Seth Bayer's in the chat. What's going on?
Wow, he's pulling double duty. Geez, he's pulling a Rolando. He's all over the place.
Right?
Yeah, I know I saw LeBron in here, but I don't see him now. Like he disappeared from the chat.
You know, speaking of Rocky, I wish NECA would get back that Rocky license. Those figures are awesome. I used to have a bunch of them too, and I sold them, and I'm so pissed at myself.
From your mouth to God's ears, my man. I would for them to start putting out. Listen, not even so much NECA. I would, now that the technology is way more advanced than it was back then when they first put them out, I would love to see Hot Toys get the license back and start putting out 6-scale Rocky stuff again. Now the sculpts that they had back in the day were obviously for for what the technology was at the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great, but now the technology is so advanced with the scans that they can really nail Stallone. I mean, 3-0 does it with their Rambo figures. Yep. So and I wish I wish Hot Toys would get that license back because
speaking of Rambo figures,
Hot Toys made me a happy camper this week. They announced the Prey Predator, the Prey line. I was like, oh my god, dude! I've been waiting so long for a new Hot Toys Predator. Woo!
Too many Predators.
Didn't you get a Rambo lately that you're not too fond of?
No, that wasn't a Rambo. It was the Star Ace Toys Rocky.
Oh, from Rocky, yeah.
Man, that is unbelievable.
Listen, the
abomination. Yeah.
It cost me $360 for that thing. And everything was great, but the portrait.
That portrait was horrible.
I don't know. It was like I said in the video, it's Strokey Balboa.
It did look like he suffered a stroke. Yeah, it really did.
I don't understand how the factory lets something like that go.
Yeah,
You know?
It's like they ran out of heads, and they grabbed some old oversized Kenner heads or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's unbelievable. Like I've been scouring Facebook in a lot of the custom 6-scale groups because I'm trying to see if I could find somebody that can do a custom head. At least that way I don't have to look at the fucking thing and I can replace it with something better.
Right.
I roll over in the middle of the night and I see it staring at me in the glass display case, and I'm like, fucking creepy, man.
Yeah,
Just put like a bandana over his face or something. Give him a mask.
Yeah, you know what you need to do is like just customize them and give them all a lot of blood and like bruises all over the face and missing teeth and shit.
Give him a COVID mask.
So the fun side to this is that there is hopefully going to be a silver lining at the end of the rainbow with this, because I did wind up pre-ordering the one from the Stallone shop. The one that Sylvester Stallone puts out himself. Yeah. I wound up pre-ordering that one. So I'll definitely get to see what the quality is between Star Ace and whatever company Stallone's using to manufacture these 6-scale figures that they're making for him. Now, I've seen other people do reviews on the Rambo and the Cobra one. The very first John Rambo one that they put out from First Blood, that one looked pretty good. The Cobra one was kind of a little with the face, but again, we'll see how this Rocky one comes out. So I'm excited to get I'm patiently waiting to get the shipping notification. So
is it supposed to be coming soon?
I hope so. I believe it's supposed to be coming, at least I think they're supposed to be shipping them probably with maybe in the next 2 to 3 months, I think.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you never know anymore. Things can get pushed back 10 more times, you know.
I've been having the opposite problem. I'm like, shit, all my pre-orders are coming in early. Jesus.
I know.
Yeah. And I hate that too, because that's another
showing
problem.
up at once.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it comes in early and it comes all at once. There's no, it's like, do you guys work together or something? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like shit that's not supposed to come out till December, I'm getting notification for, and I'm like, I wasn't quite prepared for this, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. But
I don't even pay attention to their estimated dates anymore, because rarely does that even
like 6 to 8
close.
months off.
Most of the time I just pre-order stuff now and I just forget about it, and then when it shows up, at least I'm excited.
When you wake up one morning, there's like $700 missing from your bank account. Yeah, you'll know.
Oh, I'll know, because my wife will get up and just smack the shit out of me. So
That's me lately.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Exactly.
My wife actually like put this thing on Facebook that said like, my husband's not happy unless there's a package being delivered. And I'm like, it pretty much sums it up. I'm a miserable fuck otherwise. But
listen, I got that shit earlier in the week. She was checking the bank account. She's like, what's this $65 at Walmart? What's this $80 from such and such? What's this $70? What difference does it make? I just want to know. Well, okay. Well, I'm telling you, I know what they are, but I'm not telling you what it is.
Yeah.
I always used to say, I was like, you know what it is. Why are you asking me?
Yeah, exactly. Right. You know, what's the point?
Yeah, and my thing is now, like, if she says, what's this, what's that, I'm like, remember I told you about that pre-order? You knew about this. Come on, okay. And I'm like, shoo. She didn't catch on. Like, shoo. But
that's funny.
Yeah, man, it's
that's the life of a toy collector, man.
Everybody
deals with the same shit.
It's funny
sneaking packages in the house, and
I haven't done that in a while, but I have done that.
Oh, yeah. I stopped doing that. I made peace with that a long time ago. I just stopped doing it because one way or another she's going to find out whether the package shows up to the house or she's watching a video and she's like, I don't remember him getting that. You know, so it's like, so I'm damned if I'm doing, damned if I don't. So.
I was to the point where I was
worry about it anymore.
I was to the point where I was like, I had on FedEx and UPS and USPS like delivered to the side of garage. That way she come home, she probably wouldn't see it. Somewhere along the line, she saw it and she switched it back to deliver to porch, and I'm like, oh shit, she's gonna see it all now.
You know, that sucks. Like with me too. Here, I'm happy I don't have to worry about that anymore because like I'll have like 3 packages all coming from UPS, and they'll be on different UPS trucks. So like there'll be like trucks just coming all day long sometimes, and you're like, fuck, man.
And that's another thing. As soon as anything moves on my street, the dogs bark. So she knows when something's getting delivered. So I'm like, shut up, dogs! Like,
I've gotten a little smarter over the years. I have stuff sent to my office.
There you go. That's what the man collects just said in the chat too.
Yeah. Like I've gotten smarter over the years, but then there's sometimes like where I'm in such a rush to buy, especially like say like a con exclusive. I'm in such a rush to get in, check out everything that I don't double check the shipping address, and then there are times where I let that shit slip and it comes to my house.
Yeah, because you play with that stuff for those. That was like when for the NECA con exclusives this year, I wanted 2 different things, but I was like, dude, I'm going for the first day. And I did that. I just got it in my cart, hit checkout. And the second day, I did the second one. I was like, if you try to get both in and check out, you ain't getting them. But yeah, you don't have time to look at the addresses and stuff. You just got to pray that everything's good.
And then the funny part is the other day, I had a helmet or 2 on pre-order, and I came home. I was like, hey, babe, I saved $300 a day. I just canceled 3 things. And she's like, why did you cancel? And I'm like, zoinks! Like, hold on a minute. I'll go back on and do them over again then. So I was like, so you like, she's a good sport about all this. She really is. But I'm like, all right, well, I'll make a deal. I'll just go ahead and put 1 back on order, and I'll keep the other 2 canceled. So it was like I made a deal like with the devil to keep at least 1. But
listen,
I just felt bad. Like I ordered 3 things at once, and I'm like, shit, I better cancel them. And then she was like, why did you cancel them? And I'm like, why are you doing this to me? Like,
so sometimes we do things we're not quite exactly proud of. Yeah. So that's just one of those moments where you're going to be like, all right, she's kind of giving me a pass. Let's not take advantage of it. Let me pick the one out of the one that I really want out of the 3, and we'll call it a day.
Well, yeah, because when you're ordering all those things separately, you're like, oh, $70, that's not bad. Oh, this one's only 60, and then you realize at the end of it all, you're like, damn, $450. You're like, oh shit.
That's
like,
exactly
right, what am I getting rid of now?
That's exactly
adds up real fast.
And I was like, I felt bad because I'm like, you know what, this isn't fair. Let me cancel them. And then I went home and she said that, and I'm like, all right, well, so I had 3. I'll cancel 2. I'll keep the 2 canceled, and I'll get 1.
And then you're trying to play strategy like, well, this one will probably be around for a while, so I'll get rid of this one. This one's gonna sell right away. I got to keep that one.
He's dead on. What was going through my friggin' head?
Yeah, I'm kind of bugging out right now while we're talking about this because it just made me think like I've got a whole bunch of stuff on pre-order with Big Bad Toy Store, and it's not like cheap stuff. They're like $100 figures, and it's like I'm just waiting for the notification where everything just hits at once, and then she's just gonna destroy me.
It's going to too. It's going to.
Yeah.
I check my Entertainment Earth pre-orders like every night and morning. Because otherwise I dread like hitting that processing link and just seeing like 20 of them there.
Yeah, well, the one good thing about my hot toy guy I deal with is you don't have to put any money out front. You just order it through email, and once it comes in, he'll send you the invoice. I just got another message the other day because when I was on Spice Runners a few weeks ago, we were talking about that Fennec Shand, and I wanted it, but I was kind of putting it on the back burner, and then I was kind of like, shit, I really do want this to put by the throne. So now that's getting released on Monday, so that's another bill coming in that she knows about because I told her, remember that pre-order, babe? I know you remember what I told you, and I have to go through that whole spiel again, But it works like a fucking charm. Don't watch this. If you're watching this, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun. Sometimes the thrill of hiding it is kind of like a hunt.
It's not so much the thrill. I agree. I agree with what you're saying, but with me, it's not so much the thrill of the thrill of sneaking it past her. It's just the legit thrill of just getting it past her completely, whether she sees it, she doesn't see the money come out of the bank, just the thrill of sneaking it by is what's great. Like I love those weeks where, you know, I'll go out and I'll spend maybe like $100, like, you know, if I'm on a hunt, like looking for figures and stuff. And then she'll, you know, like 3 or 4 weeks later, she'll be like, "Hey, what's this that you spent like $100?" And I was like, "Shit, I thought I got away with it."
Like, you're like,
It's just
damn,
like you get
I
that
thought I was in
adrenaline
the
rush.
clear.
Yeah.
It's an adrenaline rush, you know, like, oh, it's like when you're about to scare somebody. You know that feeling when you're about to jump out and scare somebody? That's the feeling I get when I hide something and she doesn't find out. It's
Actually, the only part that used to really bother me, because like you know you can accept it, you know, spending all that money, is like when they'd ask about the same thing like 2 weeks in a row. Like, what the fuck? You already yelled about that last week.
That's the thing. Like, she doesn't yell. She just like uses reverse psychology. Like I told you earlier, I canceled these. Why? But then if I tell her I ordered 3, she's like, why? And I'm like, I gotta find a happy medium here.
which one is it?
Yeah, which one would you rather me not or rather me do? Like, let's make a deal. You know.
What's up, Yukon?
Yukon, what's up? Yeah. So Jay Philly said he needs a freaking hot toy. We're gonna get him one. He doesn't live too far from me. If you haven't checked out his videos, they're pretty cool. He's doing good with his sub count also. But
that's good.
Yeah, he passed me already. So I don't like that.
You gotta start cranking out those hunts, man.
Do. I gotta keep up with him. He's cranking them out. He's doing a great job. But yeah, we're supposed to get together at some point, but because he lives about an hour and a half from me or so. But we'll find him a hot toy or two. Don't worry. I'll have your wife yelling at you in no time, brother.
Oh, they're not hard to find. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Listen, if your wife
nice. Yeah.
If your wife ain't yelling at you, you ain't doing it right.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to stay single. You don't have to worry about it. That's what I figured out.
You just got to worry about other things.
Dude, if I like all joking aside, like if I was at the point where I'm at now and I was single, holy shit. Like I could only fathom what my collection would be like.
Like the 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be all backed up too, so you know, like it's a lose-lose.
Oh, not this guy, man. I'm a lady killer, man.
Okay.
Don't let the looks and the physique fool you, man.
Hey, you know what are you saying, man? You're straight sexy, dude. What are you talking about?
I still got it.
You still got it, bro. Look at that beard, dude. Look at it. You know, I remember the video where somebody commented about your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, now I look at your eyes all the time. I'm like, they are pretty nice. Like, you know?
just like, fuck, I'm getting lost in Seth's eyes.
Yeah, fuck the toy aisle. Look at his eyes. Yeah.
Listen, the beard, listen, man, what is it? I love and I hate Facebook at the same time because I like when I get like the memories pop up.
Yeah.
And I like certain memories, especially like of my kids when they were younger and stuff like that. But like when pictures pop up of like me and like how black my beard used to be like 3 years ago compared to what it is now.
Yeah, I'm losing it too.
You know, it's like shit, man. I'm like, my beard is like getting full on gray. And I'm like, you know, do I just go all natural or do I go ahead and just dye it? You know,
no, don't dye it. Don't dye it. Stay. You know, you're gonna have that Greg Cook beard soon. Just leave it. Let it go.
I feel like I'm a skunk. You know, like it's like a stripe, like right down the middle. Like,
don't worry,
you know,
it'll be all gray in no time.
I should be striped from the Gremlins. There you go.
This time next year, it'll be all gray. Don't worry. Just hang tight.
I like what T3 saying. We love Seth's whispering eye.
Yeah. Come here. Yeah.
I can't really do Facebook anymore. Like every time I go on there, I'm like in these fucked up chats and shit. I just
dude, there's so much, dude. Honestly, it's like I go on. Well, I go on Facebook because obviously I have the Joe's part of the group. I created the Bayer, the BFC, as I like to call it, the Bayer's faction of collectors. You know, I'm starting my own, my own like wrestling, like my own faction. You know, like my own group. So you know, it's and I gotta make shirts for that. One of the things I've been thinking about lately is making shirts, and that's never been like my my thing. You know, like I'm not into like merchandising and you know, branding and marketing and things like that. But you know, like I put out in like the in one of the videos, because you know, people are like, hey, what happened to what's popping? Why aren't you saying that catchphrase anymore? Because it's old anymore. It's old. It doesn't exist. I took what's popping, I took him out back, and I put 2 in the head. I double tapped him. You know, so he's not coming back no more.
You're the artist formerly known as. Yeah,
exactly. So people want something for me to yell. They think I, you know, like, because I always yell in the beginning of the videos, what's popping, everybody? But you know, now everybody wants something else. So I'm thinking, and of course, you know, I always go back to my favorite guy, CM Punk. So I had an idea for a shirt with me, you know, doing the, you know, yelling and screaming and yelling, it's toy hunting time. Like when he comes out and he yells, it's clobbering time. So like, you know, I'll give him it's toy hunting time. And
well, you know what I was saying a lot. Tell me when I'm lying, you know?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because you can have a shirt like "Tell me when I'm hunting" or some shit like that.
So and I do that, dude. Honestly, it's funny that you said that, because I've done that shit. I've done that shit to people at work. I said, you know, tell me when I'm lying, like in the middle of a meeting, like I'm in the middle of, and again, I work in a corporate structure, corporate environment. In the middle of a meeting, and I'll start saying something, and I'll see the expression on someone's face, and I'll just blurt out, because I don't give a shit. I'll be like, tell me when I'm lying.
Exactly. I've done the same thing, to the point where someone told me they're going to make me that shirt. I'm like, cool.
They should make you that shirt. It was a great promo. Tell me when I'm lying.
It is. And I'm not the biggest CM Punk fan, like, to be honest with you. Like I think it's going to implode again. Just give it time. But I got to say
I don't want to hear that.
I really do think it's going to. I just think he's just a fucking troublemaker all the way around. But I mean, hey, who am I to judge? I'm the same thing sometimes. But yeah, sometimes you just want to get the reaction. I don't know, and that's what he's good at. I don't hate him. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to implode again. I just do.
I mean, listen. It depends. You know, it's like, you know, again, there are certain people in life that are just set in their own ways. There are certain people that are just their own worst, and you know, their own worst enemies. And unfortunately, at times, you know, he can be his own worst enemy. But you know. But he's not, you know, but when he's talking about stuff, he's not wrong.
He's not.
Yeah, you know, so it's like the guy's just trying to shed light on a situation to maybe try to make it better. Now, are there other ways and other avenues that he could have gone to maybe handle the situation a lot better? Absolutely. But that's not his style.
Exactly.
What kind of, I don't watch. What kind of shit does he talk about?
Oh, I mean, he just calls people out for, you know, not doing the shit that they're supposed to be doing. And, you know, you know, just, you know, again, like, you know, what is it during the media scrum, like when the whole thing happened at the pay-per-view, you know, he was basically Hangman Page, you know, said something in public live on TV that he wasn't supposed to. And, you know, CM Punk didn't like that. And, you know, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, they're EVPs in the company. So, you know, it's like they're supposed to keep things like that from happening and keeping guys like that in check, and they just don't. And then, you know, and then it all spews over, and, you know, people eventually just, you know, get tired of dealing with that shit. And I mean, you know, during that media scrum, he wasn't wrong. You know, he's an adult and he works with fucking kids. You know, it's like, you know, be a professional. You know?
So it's all like wrestling related. It's not like political or nothing.
It's politics, my man. It's full blown politics, but it's you know, it's basically when you're bringing what happens backstage, which is supposed to be kept backstage. It's not supposed to be really for the public. For the public to know. When these guys come out and they actually bring it and share it with the public, that's the problem.
Yeah, gotcha. And you're ruining kayfabe, like the pipe bomb he did back in the day.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. It's but I think we all like hearing that shit though. It's just like he's not supposed to do that stuff, but you're like, oh shit, this is like people are watching and they
Oh well,
love
because
that
it's
shit.
entertainment. Well, yeah, it's the entertainment. It's the entertainment and it's the wow factor. Like, wow, I can't believe he just said that.
Yep.
What's he's going to say next week? I got to keep tuning in. It's
if he's still employed next week. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Have you been watching WWE anymore, or have
Oh
you?
yeah, I watch it all. I watch it all, man. It's the bloodline. I'm glad the bloodline storylines finally come into an end. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But it's been the best storyline in wrestling for God knows how long.
Yeah.
So the fact that they were able to continue it and keep it going and having all these guys interchangeable parts and the storylines and everything has been pretty good. And I mean and again Cody's going through his thing right now. I mean, eventually, listen, Cody's going to wind up at Mania and he's going to wind up fighting Roman again, and he's going to wind up beating Roman this time around because
I'm going to be there.
Roman's at the point now where he I'm sure he wants to make the jump to Hollywood like all the other guys do. So what are you going to be? You're going to be at WrestleMania this year?
Yeah, it's in Philly, so we're going. Yeah, we already planned on going. So it'll be a fun weekend. We're going to do we're going to try to do the Hall of Fame and both nights. We're going to try. We'll see what happens.
I've thought about it for the longest time, and like one of the things that like I've always wanted to do was WrestleMania, but the more it goes on, I really want to go more to a Royal Rumble than WrestleMania.
Royal Rumbles are fun. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's always. I don't even watch wrestling anymore, really, but I've always wanted. WrestleMania was always the thing I wanted to do, and like I don't know. After watching last year's WrestleMania, I don't even. It's not even. I don't know. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. I might as well just wait for a regular show and go to it.
Yeah, for me, I have more fun watching the Hall of Fame, and then I have more fun. Like, I think all the activities around WrestleMania are like what we're gonna hit up the most. Like, the whole week is like WrestleMania. It's like Super Bowl week. Like, so Philly will be hopping all week, and we're gonna head up there and just have a blast. I'm hoping, and see what's going on because I went to WrestleMania before when it was in Philly. It was in the '90s. And I forget what year exactly, but we camped outside overnight to get the tickets because the online wasn't really big then or even out then. So we were camping out to get them, and it was fun. And but it was smaller then. It was like in the basketball arena, like the Wells Fargo Center.
Yeah, it held like 30.
Yeah.
It was holding like 30,000 people. Yeah,
and now it'll be in the Philadelphia Eagles link, so it'll be huge. For sure.
The weather should be interesting.
Yeah, you never know with the weather. Yeah, that's the only caveat. But yep,
always is.
Yeah, because once you're outside, man, you can't put a dome over it out of nowhere.
No, you can't.
You see what happens, man. Because March, April, you could still get snow in Philly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of it too.
J Philly Retro. If you watch SummerSlam '96, I'm in the third row, and they put the camera right on me several times. That's awesome.
Nice. That's where he got his start.
Right.
Nice.
You got to use that. You got to use that for the opening of all your videos.
Exactly.
Be great.
He said, "This is J Retro Philly. If you watch the '96 SummerSlam, that's where I made my start. Thanks for watching."
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Come back for more vintage video. That's great. Yeah, I don't even know who wrestled at the '96 SummerSlam off the top of my head, but I would love to go back and see it now.
Oh, here's a question right here. Do you think WrestleMania needs to go back to one night?
Yes.
Yes.
It depends.
Yes and no.
It depends.
I mean, the reason they've gone to two nights is because they want to make sure that everybody has their fair chance, to get on the card, because WrestleMania is the biggest event for them. So all the talent want to be able to get on and everything like that. So I can understand two nights. I mean, trying to cram all that into one night, you know, you would need to have probably WrestleMania start at like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it goes all the way to 11 o'clock at night. I mean, you know, that's a lot for one day. So I mean, I kind of understand why they broke it up.
Yeah,
you know?
it is tough to sit through 5 hours. 3 hours is
really
good enough. 3 hours, 2 days in a row. Yeah, that's good.
Do you really think they need a lot of those extra matches, though? I mean,
I think so, because again, you know, people again with WrestleMania, you know, people travel all from all over the world, you know, and they want to see people, you know, that's why they come, they come. Like, I mean, like, how disappointed would it be if you went to WrestleMania and, you know, your favorite wrestler was Seth Rollins and Seth Rollins wasn't on the card?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you wasted all that money for nothing because you wanted to see him.
Yeah, the only thing I don't get is like that Johnny Knoxville type shit. Like, you can leave that off.
Oh, they always have their gimmick, you know, their gimmick in their celebrity matches. That's just you know, when they, you know, especially like with like Logan Paul and Bad Bunny, you know, they bring those guys in because they're trying to reach a newer audience, you know, like, you know, people that don't watch wrestling, like people that follow Logan Paul. I'm sure a lot of those people don't really watch wrestling, but if Logan Paul's at an event, they're going to pull those people in, and the whole goal is to try to retain those people. So,
and Bad Bunny didn't do too bad. Honestly, Logan Paul doesn't do bad. I can't knock him.
None of those guys do. I mean, like, I'm honestly impressed with Logan Paul and, you know, how he's putting himself out there. I mean, even Bad Bunny, dude, freaking Bad Bunny's hitting people with fucking Canadian destroyers and shit like that. It's you know, it's crazy.
Yeah. He impressed me. I mean, like I said, Logan Paul does good too. I don't know. I have my preconceived notion about him that I just don't like him, and I don't know if it's going to change ever, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like the guy comes off very pompous, you know, but again, he's earned that right. He's worked hard to get the following, you know, the following that he has, you know, so
he's doing his thing.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
He's making money, having fun. I mean, basically. I'm sure all of us as content creators, if we had the opportunity to pick that guy's brain, I mean, you know, just think about how we could all benefit from something like that. Oh, right. Definitely. Oh yeah, but you guys are right. He does do a good job in the ring.
Yeah, I can't lie and say he doesn't. So
I just I don't like his content. I never did. I
never watched any of it.
It's like, I don't know, man.
I never watched any of it, but I guess for me, watching wrestling my whole life, when somebody walks in the door and just gets everything they want, I don't think that's fair in any job, honestly.
Right. No, you're right. You're
they don't pay their dues. I mean, you got people who started out building the rings, cleaning the floor, shutting the thing down. Right. They're not getting anywhere. And then you got this guy just because he has 1 million followers, you know, that he gets to walk in. Like Ronda Rousey, honestly. I mean, like and they actually brought that up on TV the other day. And I agreed. Like Shayna Baszler's like, you walked right in and got whatever you wanted because of your name. And it's kind of true. Like, you hate to say it, but
no, it ain't wrong.
And you can tell.
I was like, tell me when I'm telling lies.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't even know if I could do that. That'd be hard.
It'd be hard being that person because you're like, everybody's going to fucking hate me because I'm walking in and getting the championship in a week. And these people have been busting their ass for years.
But again, you know, there's I'm sure there's a right way and a wrong way. And, you know, some people don't always go about things the best way. I'm sure people see that Logan Paul is, you know, putting in the work. I mean, you know, he was down in NXT training with Shawn Michaels. Could you imagine getting trained by Shawn Michaels out of all people? I mean, you know, it's not like the guy's not putting in the effort and the time. So it's like you gotta commend the guy for that. And I mean, look at the shit that he's doing. Look at the bumps that he's that he's taken. I mean, I got mad respect for him getting in there and doing that stuff. I mean, again, like you said, some people might not feel that way because they feel like he's coming in and taking someone else's spot. But you know what, though? As long as he's coming in there and he's putting in the work, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, and to be honest, like this latest thing he has going on with Ricochet is actually kind of like what he should be doing.
I'm not happy that they set him up with Ricochet.
The only reason why I do like it is because he's not going right to the main event. He's actually mid card, and Ricochet may actually get the rub out of this. I don't know. I hope.
I would have liked to seen them put Logan Paul up against LA Knight. I think that would have been a better.
LA Knight's going to go after the US belt.
Yeah, he's going to, but I would have liked to seen the Logan Paul LA Knight rather than Ricochet.
I just Ricochet needed something because they've been holding, like, he's such a talent, and they've been not doing anything with him for so long that I was just glad to see him doing something. And even if it is Logan Paul, he's going to get a lot of exposure because it is Logan Paul, if that makes sense.
Right.
But we'll see. It should be interesting SummerSlam. We're only a few weeks away, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. I haven't been keeping up too much. I watch like the reruns on YouTube because I don't have cable anymore. I ditched it. So
I ditched it. I ditched it too. I have what is it? I went from cable to YouTube TV.
Yeah. I haven't even gotten that. I looked into that. Can you get all the wrestling with that? Like, can you watch like Dynamite?
Oh yeah, I could watch Raw and AEW and all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I have to look into that some more. Yeah, LA Knight, he's like a heel, but everybody loves him.
Wow,
so
he's over. He's over right now. So they're pushing him to be more towards a face now than anything. So, but I love the gimmick. Yeah, let me talk to you.
He sounds like The Rock and Stone Cold had a baby.
Yeah,
and that's like their love child. He reminds me so much.
That is a
both.
Weird combination.
It is, but he sounds like both, and he has the motions, and he just took a little, like we were talking about earlier. You take a piece.
Yeah, you take a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
You make it your own, and then you make it your own.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Like we were talking earlier today, me and Seth on the phone, and we were talking about like when you start out on YouTube, you watch people, and you got to take a little piece of this person and that person and make it your own. It's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually said one time I'm in the figure aisle now. I was like, shit, I'm Seth. Like, I can't believe I did that.
No, I mean, like I told you, like I'm not the first. Listen, I'm not the first guy to ever do toy hunts. There's people who've been out there who've been doing it longer, longer than me. But you know what the best way to describe this is? I'm a student of the game. Is the best way I can describe that. I watch what everybody else does. I see what other people do, and I see what's out there and what's going on. And again, some people are, more for the informative part of it, and other people have leaned more towards the entertainment side of it. Me, I try to pull a little bit of both and find that sweet spot right in the middle, to where I can give you enough information about something, but also keep you engaged with all the stupid antics.
Yeah.
And things that I say. So it's like, again, you just got to find what works for you. You got to find what fits your personality, because, again, Mike has taught me this, over the years, of course, of doing this. I always thought that people just watched just because of the shit that I was buying and how much money I was spending and stuff like that. And, Mike was like, dude, he's like, you got that all wrong. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, people watch you because of your personality, because you're funny, you say funny things and it's entertaining. And the more I thought about it, the more I went back, and I watched old video. Like, again, I again, I'm a former athlete. I watch my videos like I'm watching game film. I don't know about you guys. I always go back and watch my stuff to see if there's something maybe I could have done a little bit better. Maybe that I'll include that in the next one, because again, you know, I'm putting myself out there. I want to put out the best version of myself.
Yep.
So it's like, you know, so again, like, you know, I'll watch stuff and I'll see where I made mistakes, and I'll go back and I'll correct it on the next time and things like that. And, you know, and that's how you get better. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. And, you know, when Mike told me that, you know, I just kind of took a step back and I was like, fuck. I was like, you know what? He's right. I was like, and then that's when I realized, okay, maybe I can go on a hunt and I don't buy anything. You know, but I can have fun showing people like how pissed off that I am that I haven't found anything. You know, people will get a laugh at that. For some reason, people like to laugh at my misery. I don't know why. You know, people have always enjoyed misery. I mean, listen, people have always loved the Funko Casino, and that's like one of the worst things I hate more than anything, because I never win. It's always just more aggravation.
I watched your one from SuperCon that what's his name talked you into. And,
Jan talked me into that shit.
Lift.
Listen,
you had
if
some,
Jan's not there,
but you won that one, but it was still a shitty one, so you didn't really win.
I still lost money. I mean, I might have gotten the highest value pop, but I still lost money.
Yeah,
you know, the point at the Funko Casino is to actually not is not to lose money, but to turn a profit on it at least. So, you know, I've never had luck with that. His wife laughs at me from watching.
Everybody loves misery, though. Like we talked about a few weeks ago. If you scroll through Facebook, you're like, oh, this person got married. This person did this. Oh, shit, this person got in a massive car accident. That's where you stop. Everybody, for some reason, people just look at the bad stuff. I don't know why. It's just human nature, I guess. But, yeah, it's. Well, I do, and I did enjoy. I think we talked about it last time. I did enjoy when you couldn't find Sting, and I already had it. So I was like, "Yes, he hasn't gotten it yet." I was about to send your ass one too, because I'm thinking they're all over the place here.
Yeah,
that's one thing we did get.
But you know what though? But you know what? In reality, you know, another way to look at it is the hunts are kind of like long-term storytelling. You're telling people a story, because it's like, you know, I once did a video where I went to 15 different Walmarts to try to find, you know, the what is it, the Marvel Legend the worthy Captain America. You know, and I didn't find it. In that, but I found it in the next video. So people were like, okay, like right now, people are invested in me possibly finding the Michael Keaton Batman at some point, because I bring it up in every video, you know. So like, I have people leaving comments on the video like, oh, don't worry, Seth, we're with you. We know, we'll believe in you. We'll know you'll find your Keaton soon, you know. So it's kind of almost like long-term storytelling in a you know, like I'm telling a story, you know, like here I think I've done like 2 or 3 hunt videos where I was trying to find the Eddie and the Ray, you know, and then in the video I dropped today, I found the Eddie and the Ray Ultimates, and you know, you could just see the genuine excitement on my face, because not only because of the way I found them, just the fact that I found them.
Yeah, the way you ripped that box open,
dude. Honestly, like, it was funny because we were walking past that cart and I was like, oh shit, it's there. And Dave's like, what? Dave's like, how did you catch that? I'm like, eagle eyes, motherfucker. I'm like, when you're doing this shit, as long as I have, it's like, you got to have eyes all over.
Yeah. You got to be scanning everything.
Yeah.
You know,
not only are they beautiful eyes, but they scan the whole building too.
I start scanning when I'm like 5 aisles down. I'll be like, I'm starting to look down the aisles as I'm, you know, getting close. I'm like, oh, I already see what I'm going for.
Sometimes my wife finds shit before I see it. Like, she's like, hey, what about this? I'm like, holy shit, that's a chase or something like that. And I'm like, how'd you find this?
I love that my wife gets involved sometimes.
I love that. Yeah, me too.
You know, like she'll be at like Target. She'll be at like Target on a Saturday grocery shopping, and just for shits and giggles, she'll call me. She'll be like, hey, do you have this guy? And I'll be like, I've never found you more sexier than I do right now.
Yeah, get
home, you know,
right
like asking me if she found a figure. Yeah, like asking me if she found a figure. You know, she's like, "Do you have this figure?" I'm like, "Come home right now."
Get home right now. I put this Ric Flair robe on for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she does
So,
the
but
same
yeah,
thing.
Bring a
Like
figure with.
she'll even take a little video or pictures and like, do you have this? And I'm like, I do now, thanks. Or whatever.
yeah.
It's funny, man. Like she doesn't
There
mind
was
going to do that stuff, while she's there. It's cool.
there was one time where she called me and she goes, "Hey, I'm at Target right now, and I think I found this Ninja Turtle figure that you were looking for." And I'm like, "Oh," so she FaceTimes me, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's it." And then she's like, "Okay," she's like, "Do you want me to buy it?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "What do you want me to do then?" Find a safe spot in the store and hide it. Come home, and then I'm running out so I could film, so I could film finding, so I can film finding it. She's like, "Are you fucking for real right now?"
So you can get the credit for it, right?
Well, it's not getting the it's not
That's
getting the
awesome.
credit. It's just having the content.
Having
Yeah,
the content, yeah.
creating
You
content.
know.
That's
Damn,
great.
that's funny. Hide it behind the cat litter. Nobody will look there. Like,
No, I think I had her hide it behind like some of the printers in the electronics department, if I remember correctly.
that's great.
Yeah, you got to do it outside of the toy department.
See, that would be
Oh,
me.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I would be like, hide it, and then somebody would find it, and I'll be pissed. So I
Yes,
just
I wouldn't even
grab
take
it.
the chance. I'd be like, "You
No.
sit there and hold that. I'll be right there."
All right. Like one time I was like hemming and hawing on the figure, and I put it down, and I walked
Yeah.
away, and I came back, and this dude was holding it, and I'm like, this motherfucker, I'm gonna kick his ass. Put that down.
Nice.
Like, so yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah,
man.
I don't play around anymore. If there's something I'm not sure about, it's
Yeah.
in my cart until I make my decision.
Yeah, I'll put it back later.
I don't fuck around anymore.
Exactly. Yes, it bit me twice, man. I can't do like more than twice probably where I hem and haul and then I'm like, shit, this guy just snagged it. And now I'll never find it again.
Well, that's also like again, like one of the things I'm fortunate for is, the support system that I have around me, whether it's Dave or a few other local guys that that I keep in touch with, and they'll like me and Dave, like if I'm at Target, I'll message Dave. I'll be like, "Hey, you looking for this?" And he'll be like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, do you want me to pick it up for you, or do you want me to hide it?" And Dave will be like, "Oh, just pick it up and just give it, and just I'll get it from you the next time I see you." I'm like, "Okay," and then Dave, and then see, I don't have to tell Dave things. Dave just randomly likes to surprise me with shit sometimes. So he's like, "Hey, do you have this?" And he'll like when me and him are hanging out, he's like, "Hey, do you have this?" And I'll be like, "No, I don't." He'll be like, "Oh, here you go." And I'm like, "Oh, you son of a bitch."
You guys have been doing the last few hunts together.
Yeah, well, and again, that's the funny thing that people really don't know. Me and Dave have been friends since high school. Mm-hmm. So I've known Dave forever, but the funny thing is that we've kept our love for collecting secret, in high school. So we never really knew that one of us, that either of us collected stuff. So, it was a couple of years back where I actually ran into Dave at a Target, and I was like, "Hey," I was like, "What the hell are you doing here?" He goes, "I'm here to get the Michael Jordan Funko Pop." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Me too." And he's like, "No shit." So like we stood, and then all the shit came out, and we were like, "Did we just become best friends?" It was just like,
I'm picturing the exchange like this. What are you here for, Dave? The Michael Jordan Funko Pop. What are you here for? I'm here for some manly pulls.
Yeah. So I mean, so it's fun. Again, it's funny though how how the hobby brings people to together. So it's like who would have thunk in a million years that I'd be reconnecting with a buddy from high school over the love of collecting toys.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. A lot of people I tell at work, they're like, "You collect." This one lady, she's like, "You collect baby dolls." I'm like, "They're not fucking baby dolls." So stop saying it. These baby dolls can pay your house off, probably.
Listen, I try. I try to do my damnedest to keep what I do to try to keep my work life separate from my extracurricular activities.
I try,
because the last thing I need is word getting around that I do YouTube videos. And again, I work in a corporate environment, so I'm very prim and proper. I wear a suit to work. It's just there are things. So it's like I just I don't want. Best way to describe it. I don't want to cross the streams.
Right.
So it's like I kind of want to keep it as separate and as far apart as I possibly can. Now, are there a few people at work that know what I do? Yes. But that's about it, because those are only I can trust those people not to spill the beans. So
I go as far as I don't even like my Facebook is more personal, me, and my Instagram is more of the toy collecting.
Right.
I don't put much of that, if any, on my Facebook. I just use that for family, friends, and some friends in the community. But I don't really talk about all this on there too much, if at all. Like I said, just because I've had that for years and years and years, and I barely go on there, to be honest. Like I Facebook maybe 10 minutes a day, and I'm on Instagram constantly. But
yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I really don't care for Facebook much anymore. I actually want to delete it, but Marketplace and all my photos that are on there is what keeps me there.
Yeah, it's stuff that you can't get back. Once it's gone.
To move all them photos would take me quite some time, because I have so many photos on there. But yeah. All right, man. Well, I guess we'll let you go so you can get to bed and get up for work tomorrow morning, just like us. But I can't thank you enough for such short notice. When we asked you earlier, you jumped right on it, man. I appreciate that. You had no hesitation, and yeah, man, I can't say enough about that. So thank you again.
Oh, no, listen, anytime I can jump on and chat it up with you guys and just bullshit and shoot the shit, because again, that's what I like to do. I like to chat with people.
You have the open door. Anytime you want to come on, just let us know too. You always can come on, man, anytime you want. So yeah, and like I said, anytime, just let me know, let Colin know, whatever, and you always pop on. It'd be a pleasure.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Any closing words?
Pain heals, chicks dig scars.
Cool.
Second that.
Yeah. Wise words.
You heard it first.
Exactly. Well, it was kind of fun having a surprise guest thing going on tonight, and I'm glad it was you, and we had a great time. Maybe you come in the chat next week, because we have Big Dub coming in. 9 p.m.
I'll definitely I'll definitely be there for
come in there and fuck with him.
For W. Listen,
we're gonna grill the shit out of him.
Did you read the AI thing that he posted in my Facebook group?
Yes, I was gonna bring that up, but I didn't want to read the whole thing. But
that shit was a trip. That shit was a trip, man.
Yeah, I'm like, I wonder how long it took him to write that up, because I'm like, that was fucking like brilliant.
So with the AI thing, you don't even really write it up. All you do is just, you say, hey, write me a story. Write me a short story. Okay. Yeah. So you go on the app and you say, hey, write me a short story about this guy, and throw in a couple of key things, and and then it generates and populates its own story for you. So basically, he just takes it from that and then copies and pastes it in there.
Here
but
I am thinking he's brilliant. Jesus.
No, when he fucking did that the other day, it was something about me and Fei Long. I was like, holy shit, dude. I was like, did you fucking come up with all that? And he goes, no. He goes, I used AI. I'm like, dude. I was about to say, man, I'd give you some serious props for writing all that.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought when I read this one. I'm like, Jesus, this guy's talented. Now, not so much, but hey, at least he knows more than I do, because he knew about that shit. But yeah, man. So he'll be here next week, Wednesday at 9 p.m. So that'll be fun. I've talked to him down ICCC briefly last year, but not much. So it'll be fun to get to meet him and talk to him. So
yeah, W's one of those guys that has a great personality, a kind human being, a big heart. Puts others before he puts himself. So he's definitely a person that I'm grateful for, that I've had the opportunity to meet doing this whole YouTube and collecting thing. So
yeah. Well, we're definitely glad we met you, and like I said, you're welcome here anytime you want. Just let us know. And
I appreciate
thank
it.
you again. Yeah, man. It's been great. We've now had you on probably a total of 3.5 to 4 hours, and you're 3 times here, and we still
So
could go on forever. So it's a good thing.
I need to do the thing like what is it like they do for Saturday Night Live where they have like the 7 timers club. So I need to come on like 7 times, and then afterwards, like you guys need to send me a jacket that says 7 timers club on it.
Yeah, well, we can send you a
That's a
shirt.
good idea.
Dude. We can send you a shirt. So
Yeah.
you can tell us your size in the DMs.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you my size online. I'm very,
and we'll just
closed
guess.
off about my
Oh,
about
no,
my body.
you can send that in one of those private messages.
Yeah, send me a private message with your size. We can get you a shirt, man, because you've been a good sport, and I really appreciate you coming on here tonight. Such short notice. Again,
No, all good, man. I had fun. It's always great chatting it up with you guys.
Yeah, man. Thanks again. And like I said, next week, Big Dub, 9 p.m. Eastern. For now, that's what FN figures, and we will see you all next time. Thanks to everybody in the chat, and we'll see you next week.
Later, guys.